everybody, and welcome back to Sit in It for a Bit with Arne and Carlos. And we are, as always, your hosts,
Arne and Carlos.
And a dream came true. Finally, we were able to sit outside and do a little bit of a spring podcast together with you guys.
It's crazy because it's been like last week we complained about the cold. It was so cold. It was freezing cold. And I think we were like this close to move to a warmer country, but
which we can't because of
we can't
the
leave
COVID
the country.
situation.
But it was so hard. I think we were almost a little bit depressed.
Oh yeah, I was very depressed. The weather was just not cooperating. It was really, really cold. We were walking around in big sweaters. We couldn't do anything outdoors, and it was just terrible. And then suddenly, so this was last Monday when we recorded. A couple of days after, boom, the weather just shifted completely, and now it's about 30 degrees during the daytime in around here, which is well over 80 degrees Fahrenheit. I think 28 degrees Celsius is 82 Fahrenheit. So yeah, it's been really hot. Which
30 in the shadow.
Yeah.
That is warm in the shadow.
Yeah, which means we've been complaining a lot about the weather this week as well, because we
what
think.
What else can we do?
Yeah, what else can we do?
We have to complain about something.
And, in Norway, we don't have air condition. It's not standard in Norway. So, and usually we don't need it because usually the temperatures here stay really comfortable at around, in the between 20 and 25 is like a really good Norwegian summer temperature, which is in the 70s. In Fahrenheit, 70s to mid 70s, which is lovely. So yeah, I don't really like the heat. I really hate.
I can't stand.
Yeah, we can't stand it. So we go like, and these days we wanted to do a lot of gardening because the weather.
We have to do a lot of gardening because, when it's so cold for so long, like it's very late spring, and then the heat comes, and the spring is over in 2 days, and then it's full summer.
Yeah.
So we have to clear all the flower beds. We have to make a lot of.
Exactly.
Now we're working on a new terrace.
We're building a new terrace.
Is that the word? Terrace, yeah.
And what happens is we can't work in the middle of the day out in the garden because it's too hot for us. We are not used to these very high temperatures as it has been right now. We want a comfortable 22 and a half, 23 degrees is perfect. But no, I mean, we get this really warm weather. So what we do is we don't work in the middle of the day. We just try to
We
relax.
tried, but it doesn't work. Like today we tried to work on that terrace, and it was so warm, so we had to give up. And then it started really bad because in the morning I almost freaked out because I went down to that store where you can buy the wood. There are 2 stores close to our house, and the first one they were
You mean
out,
the store where you buy the building materials,
building material,
that we're buying for our construction work?
Yeah, and the first one they were out of this wood you use for the.
They were out of everything.
And they were out of the insulation we need in the room with the fireplace, and so I had to go to the other one, and they had a pile, like 25 pieces of wood for the
wood boards
for the terrace, and I took them home. I hope it's enough.
Fingers
because
crossed.
That's everything they had, and they can't get. Actually, they are promised to have more, but they don't believe they will have it in a long time because the borders are closed. So I think it comes from Sweden.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, and COVID is really doing a lot of strange things to in a lot of different fields in the world. We know for a fact that yarn is also really difficult to get right now because the yarn brands are having issues manufacturing their yarns because there's difficulties getting raw materials because borders are closed, and shipping takes forever as well. Yeah. Remember Christmas when we did our advent calendar and we had our winner from the USA.
Oh yeah, that took
Yeah, she won a little tote bag with a lot of prim needles and stuff, and we shipped it to her, and it took like 8 weeks for it to arrive, which is really unheard of. But that's the way it is right now. Building materials are short supply. Yarn is in short supply too, which is terrible. So yeah, and we are working in our garden now, trying to get it all done. And the good thing about living here in Norway is that right now it doesn't get dark here. So what we can do is exactly what we're doing now. We postponed. Usually we would record Sit in It for a Bit on a Monday in the morning, but because it gets so hot and the sun was out, we waited until the evening. So it's almost 9 o'clock in the evening right now. and it doesn't really get dark anymore. So we can stay up longer and we can actually go out and work, which is great.
It's actually nice. Actually, you stop watching TV because during the winter we watch a lot of series on like TV series or Netflix or HBO or whatever, and we don't have time for that now.
No, we don't. And we also wake up earlier as well. We don't need as much sleep in the summer as we do in the winter because the sun is out quite. It's a lot. We have long days here right now, and so it's not unheard of to wake up at 4:30 in the morning, 5 because it's already light.
Yeah.
And well, not only that, but some people wonder why. If it's so light, why don't we use blackout blinds? But it doesn't really help. Even if you use blackout blinds, you still need earplugs.
Yeah, because the birds.
Yeah, the birds they sing.
So.
Yeah, they actually sing
Sounds
all night.
like we're never happy. We always.
I think we're always happy, but there's always little details. But as I was saying, the good thing about the long days is that we don't have to necessarily work during the daytime. We can work at night in the garden because it doesn't get dark. So that's pretty good. And we don't have technically we don't have the midnight sun. We're a bit far south in Norway for that. So there's no midnight sun here,
but it's not dark at night.
But what we get, not right now, but in a few, like in a month, we'll have a couple of hours of twilight when the sun sets and then rises. It will set around 11:25, and then it will rise again at 2 in the morning or something. So we have that kind of twilight in between, so it doesn't get dark. But yeah, building materials were out. You were really,
I was so
really
stressed. And I was looking at prices because I thought I should do a bargain. So I went to the place where they were cheapest and they were gone. So
obviously because that's the cheapest place. So,
but then I talked to my sister and she's also building a terrace.
Yeah.
And
she is?
Yeah, in front of her.
On her own?
No, I think she has people.
Yeah, because she's just bought a house. So
yeah, and then she said that the people who delivered her wood. What you call that?
The wood boards, the planks
boards.
for the terrace.
Yeah, they said that it was the last. She got the last wood board from that place, and we got the last wood boards from the other place.
And we got the insulation material.
That's actually the most important because the insulation in one shop that came from China, so the factory has been closed down for 1 year, so they didn't have any more. And then I went to the other place and. The guy in the shop didn't know where it came from actually, but he said he didn't think that came from China, so they had a lot of it. So
that's good.
But what happened? Can you imagine if we didn't get insulation?
Yeah, it would have been terrible because currently we had to rip up the floor in our living room and remove the fireplace, and then we have to rebuild the fireplace because there were some issues with the foundation. So yeah, right now there's this huge hole in our living room, and it looks like a war zone. It looks like our living room was bombed.
If we didn't manage to get all that insulation, we could have had a big hole in the house for the next winter.
Yeah, well, no.
That would be terrible.
That would be horrible. No, that's not going to happen.
You're looking at me in a very strange way.
Well,
what happened?
I'm enjoying this breeze.
I put on my summer shirt.
I know, and I'm also very summery today. But no, I'm enjoying this breeze because right now there's a lovely little breeze, and I
can't see the breeze on you.
Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking because I can see your hair moving a little bit, and I know for sure that I've got the helmet on, so there's no moving.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens up there.
It's quiet.
Yes, it's like a helmet. Yeah, we're getting our haircut on Wednesday. Actually, when you watch Sit and Knit for a bit, we will actually be getting our grooming.
We're sitting in the chair.
Yeah, Freya and Helmer had their grooming done. Usually, we go for the whole family.
Actually, that was the plan.
Yeah, well, that's what we usually do.
We were all 4 of us was booked.
Yeah.
For hairdressing.
Yeah, and poodle grooming.
And then we were cancelled.
Well, yeah, the hairdresser called and said that the salon had an issue with COVID, so they had to close it down, and it was closed. Had to close down for 10 days. So it's reopening on Wednesday when we go.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Maybe we get a phone.
Maybe call. I hope not, because we have a photo shoot with Rowan on Friday. We need good hair.
We need to look good.
Yeah. So anyway, Helmer and Freya did get there, and then of course it's harder to get grooming appointments for dogs than for humans because there are not that many dog groomers in Norway. So yeah, we couldn't cancel Freya and Helmer because then they wouldn't be groomed.
No.
And do you want to show off
They look
Freya's?
so good now.
Freya's so cute.
She has a new hairstyle.
Yeah.
She has like shorter.
Yeah, she's so cute.
Her ears are shorter.
Yeah, she got shorter
This is
ears.
like a bob. You
Yeah.
can see the silhouette.
Yeah, she's got a bob now.
You're like Sonja Rykiel
Yeah.
if you were red.
So a new groomer for Freya and for Helmer as well. And then Helmer looks amazing. We're not gonna lift him up because there's a lot of stuff around us. But yeah, they got their stuff done, and we got our stuff done on Wednesday. And it's a busy week. Then we do. Then we're gonna do a new photo shoot for Rowan. We're going up into the high mountains here in Norway.
I'm looking forward to that.
And we have to go up high. We're going above the tree line in order to pretend it's fall, winter.
We don't know how it is.
Hopefully,
up there.
there's some snow up there.
I think there must be.
There must be.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So we're doing a shoot there for Rowan for our collection that is coming. We did one because the collection is going to be released in 2 bits. So it's going to be released part 1 in October, part 2 in November. And yeah, we're in the middle of summer shooting fall, winter. So we have to go somewhere and fake it. Fake it till you make it, as they say. Yeah, so that's Friday.
So pretend you didn't hear this.
Yeah, so you didn't hear this.
No, you didn't.
You didn't hear it from us. No. Yeah, and then when we come back from the shoot, hopefully Anna and Eric will be here, and we will be filming YouTube videos for the weekend. So it's a busy week.
If nothing happens.
If nothing happens, yeah.
Yeah. I think everything should be good now.
Yeah, busy week.
Busy.
Lots of stuff to do. Yeah, and we had a lot of drama last week. I have to say, the biggest. Well, there's a lot of. Well, no, not the biggest, but one of the serious things that happened that was like a bit annoying was that we made a mistake, and we managed to publish we managed to publish our Sunday video on Saturday. Big mistake because the algorithm goes cray-cray. The YouTube algorithm, everybody talks about it. Nobody knows how it works. We don't know how it works either, but what we do know is that it is used to us posting videos on Sundays. And when we posted the video accidentally on Saturday, we didn't even notice it. I went to bed and I woke up in the morning, and then I had an email from Anna saying, "Oh my God, the video's been already posted."
See, it's been too warm. Our
brains are boiling. Yeah. So anyway, the algorithm went cray-cray, and it didn't show the video to people. So I'm sure a lot of you guys haven't seen it, and it's a little sad.
Yeah, because it's a nice video.
It's one of the videos that we poured our heart and soul into doing, and it is the poodle video. We've got the poodles here, by the way.
You disappeared.
Oh, I'm here.
Oh, you're back.
Yeah. So anyway, we've just done a video on these little gorgeous creatures, right? Freyber, as we call them. Here they are again. And the video, we were so looking forward to it being published. Published on the wrong day. A lot of people didn't see it. If you haven't seen it, we would love to encourage you to go to our YouTube channel while you are already here. Go to the videos and watch the pom-pom video. The video is not about knitting the poodle. It's about how to do the pom-poms and how to put them on. And it's such a fun video. I had so much fun filming it, and so did you.
Yeah.
So yeah, we really want to encourage you to go and take a look at it. It's got very little views, unfortunately, because of the algorithm and because we posted it on the wrong
But
day.
it's never too late.
Yeah. So here they are, the cute little ones.
Been working on a new poodle.
Yeah.
It's under construction.
Framer number 3.
Framer number 3.
Yeah.
What do you call this hairstyle?
I think this is the English saddle clip, or it's gonna be. Once
And
the
we're working
pom-poms-
on it.
Yeah, it needs a pom-pom on the arms as well.
And do you see we forgot something?
A tail.
A tail.
Yeah.
It's under.
Oh, you know what? This looks exactly like Helmer right now.
Yeah, he has this
The butt.
this thing on the back.
Yeah,
but
he's
then
good.
there's a tail coming out.
Yeah, but Helmer right now, his new clip, he's got not pom-poms.
He looks like a ham.
Yeah, he looks like a ham, and then they shaved his butt. So it's very cute.
It's so cute.
It's so cute. It's really cute. But anyway, so if you missed our Sunday video, it's because YouTube didn't show it to you because it got posted on the wrong day. And maybe a lot of people assumed it was a teaser, so they didn't watch it. And then when you don't watch our video, YouTube doesn't promote it anymore. And then it just, yeah. So it was I'm very sad about this.
Yeah.
We may actually do a rerun.
We can do that
In the summer.
in the summer
We may actually do that.
because we need some holidays.
We do, yes.
We need to calm down a little bit.
We need to come. Well, lots of projects to do here, so it's never boring. So anyway, that was a big drama. I woke up on Sunday, checked my email, which I shouldn't be doing on a Sunday, but I did.
You can't help it.
And then the email from Anna that was like, "Oh no!" And then she said that she didn't take it down because that would actually make it even worse.
Yeah.
Apparently, the algorithm has a memory, so it will remember all these things.
Yeah.
It's crazy, isn't it?
I don't understand anything of this.
No, me neither.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, and we had another drama. That was scary.
Oh yeah.
Remember? Was that on
Yeah. So
Saturday?
Yeah. So we went away. We went away for the weekend. We didn't talk about that yet.
No, we went away for the weekend.
Yeah. So we went away for the weekend. We went to the south. Well, from here south of Oslo, into these really cute places where our friends have a cabin in the Oslo fjord. And we were there for a few days, just hanging out and eating fish and
then we went shopping with our friend, and we got a telephone. Oh, you got an SMS first?
Well, first I got an
then-
SMS.
And then they called us, and it was the security company.
Yeah, our alarm company.
The alarm company, and they said the alarm had gone in the.
Yeah, it had been
in the living room.
Reactivated in our living room.
It's like, that was so scary.
Well, yeah, we freaked out.
And you have to say that password because we have to say something and then they answer with something. And when you get this phone out of nowhere, the call out of nowhere, you freak out because you can't remember what that is. And then she says the burglar alarm has been activated.
But my first thought because originally the SMS said the alarm has been activated, so I was concerned, maybe a knock on wood, but thinking maybe a fire, which would have been devastating, of course.
But
no, it was a burglar alarm. And it activated all the cameras that are in the house.
And then she said. First she said the burglar alarm, and I was like froze. And then she said, "But it's a bird."
Yeah.
it's a bird who's been flapping its wings in front of the camera. Because normally I don't think you can, if the bird is like around the room, can actually the alarm go on.
Yeah, because it
doesn't react on Freya.
No, but maybe
Or maybe it's up in the air.
Yeah, maybe because it was flapping its wings in front of the camera.
She saw a bird on the camera.
Yeah.
And then we figured out that because we tore the fireplace down and the pipe is open.
The chimney, yeah.
The chimney, so I guess the bird it must have come down the chimney and into the room, or there was also like this little hole in the
cellar.
Yeah, in the cellar, to get the ventilation.
Yeah,
it could also have come in there. So
it got in anyway.
So when we came home,
the funniest thing, though, I have to interrupt you. Sorry. The funniest thing about it is that of course, when the lady at the alarm company says that the security camera was activated and it was a bird, of course you kind of, But then after, as we're doing this, our friend is asking a lot of questions because she was with us in the car, and it kind of, and we're very close, so. Suddenly I realized that the reason she's asking a lot of questions is because she's terrified. She has a phobia for birds. So she's terrified of birds. And for her, we're kind of, lowering our shoulders and kind of taking a deep breath. But for her, this is the worst case scenario. This is the thing that she fears the most, that a bird gets into the house, because she's terrified of them. So then of course we're kind, at the same time as we're relaxing, we're also trying to comfort her and say that it's okay, don't worry, it's not gonna be a problem, it's good.
And there's nothing in the room, nothing to destroy.
Yeah, so it was fine. And then when we got home, there was no bird.
We came home the day after, and I was looking through all the cracks everywhere. I couldn't
Yeah.
find a bird. So I guess maybe he went out the chimney, or he found that hole
Exactly.
in the basement. Like
Anyway, the good thing is that now we know that the alarm works.
yeah, but
That's good.
you turned it off after
Yeah,
that.
we have it in an app as well. So
Yeah.
after the conversation with the lady, I looked at the app and I saw that the alarm was still activated, and I was thinking if the bird is there, so we kind of turned it off. But yeah, at least we know that it works. It works.
But I think that was so scary
Yeah, it was.
or disturbing,
It
because
was.
like you have that alarm if something happens, but you never accept
Yeah,
it to happen because
exactly.
you think everything will be
But
fine.
you know what? The bird was gone. No harm done to the living room because everything is destroyed anyway. And now we know for sure that the camera does activate.
it works.
And it works. So all ends well. All is well that ends well, or something like
So
that.
that was like the two big dramas. Or did we have more dramas this week? No.
No, those were the
think that was
big.
the two.
Those were the big things that happened. And then as it happened, we were of course shopping at a thrift store with our friend who also loves thrift store shopping, and yeah, it was traumatic as well because it meant that Arne, when you walked into the thrift store,
I lost focus.
yeah, you weren't 100% focused.
So
I
I
have to
came
say.
out with two objects.
Yeah,
Only two objects. And because I couldn't
two
I,
very small objects.
so
I may add.
look what we found. Actually, we came out because
Well,
this one
yeah,
we
yeah,
picked
yeah.
together.
This
is so cute.
So this is not part of the Arne's hoarding. This
is our.
This is something we collect. These are polar bears.
Polar bears?
And they are from Royal Copenhagen. So they are and we only collect the ones from Royal Copenhagen.
I'm so happy with this one
Yeah.
because I've never seen that one before,
Yeah.
and it goes so
And
well with the collection.
And it lies like this on its back. It's really cute.
It's so cute.
So cute. And
I was happy.
And the ones from Royal Copenhagen, they have a specific face and they have a specific gray as well as the
And
whites.
they had other polar bears there, but we couldn't have them because they were.
You know,
like another style.
there were a couple of polar bears from Bing and Grøndal,
Yeah.
which is another Danish company, and they do look similar.
But they're not. They don't have that blue gray.
No, they don't.
They look different.
And then all the other polar bears from all the other
there was
manufacturers are
one
not.
that was very white and the eyes were red.
Yeah,
That would have looked strange.
yeah.
Because it's nice.
But anyway, let's see. You can see the face. This is so cute. It is the cutest thing ever. And I'm sure you guys have seen it. We've done a lot of tutorials on our dining room table where usually we have a display of these polar bears. And actually, it's becoming quite a collection now. Usually, I say if you have one, you have one. If you have two, you have a set. And if you have three or more, you have a collection.
So we have a
And
collection.
I think we have how many? 6, 7 now?
I'm not sure.
Plus the one in the dollhouse, the one that you
And
bought
the
on
small
eBay.
one.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't know
so-
how many we have.
Anyway, I was very happy. So this particular thrift store shopping spree was very fruitful, even
Yeah.
for me.
And then I got this one. This is a shopping spree. Is that what they call it? You show all the good things. What
Yeah.
is what? You know what this is? This is something I've been looking for in like normal shops, and I couldn't
Yeah.
find it.
When you bake,
When you bake,
and then you cut the corners
Yeah.
with this thing.
in Norwegian it's called kaketrinse.
And we didn't Google it before we went
I
on.
googled it. I can't find a word.
There's no word for
No,
this?
I couldn't find a word in English. But like when you do certain cakes that is like flat and you cut them like
and then you
this.
get a nice little edge, which is pretty. Yeah, and you can do pies. People
But
do
we
that.
use-
They do pies, and they put these things over like this. Very cute.
Yeah, but we use them for Christmas cakes.
Yeah,
so we're going to
cookies.
do cookies. And you know what this is for? I'm not sure, but I think this on the edge.
It's for sealing. Maybe when you do like a pie and you put
No,
a
I
lid
think
on it,
I-
and you just do.
I think my mother used this in the center of what you call that syrup snip.
Oh yeah, the Christmas cookie.
The Christmas cookie with
Yeah, but-
syrup. Is that the word?
Yeah.
Syrup? And then
Syrup.
and then she just made this thing in the middle.
But look, it's got a little edge with a little thing on it. So I would think that you use it to do this with
maybe.
the dough. Maybe,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But last Christmas, Arne baked 500 cookies because our friends wanted us to go buy homemade cookies, and we couldn't find any, so we homemade them
And we
ourselves.
didn't have this one, so we borrowed one.
And now I think because we did that, that's the problem with these kind of favors. You do someone a favor and then you become the, whatever. And now
I like it.
we're the cookie makers.
I have no problems doing cookies.
No. And I'm your sous chef. I do everything you tell me. And you're a great cookie baker.
I know.
So we've got this now, which we were looking for. And now we can return your sisters.
I think I already did.
Good.
If not, I have a problem.
Yeah. I think you returned it.
I think I returned it. I hope I returned it.
Yeah, probably. And yeah, so really nice to have something like this. So we spent about an hour in there, and there's a lot of stuff there.
That was a really good place. And my plan was like, I should film something while we were there. Like, it could be nice to have a film from all the things, because this was enormous. But I was so confused.
Yeah,
So
because of the bird.
I think I forgot everything about that also.
And our friend was also traumatized because she was only thinking about the whole bird incident.
And normally when we go shopping together, we find so much nice stuff. But this time,
but
it was really
she was
hard.
also very subdued and very calm. Huh?
It was really hard. This time
inside she was freaking out.
And I was looking for that white glass.
Yeah,
like
a little.
ball
Yeah,
you put on the lamp because
like
we have
a shade.
A shade, because we have one and there's a crack in it, and I'm so afraid it will fall down.
Well, one day it will.
Hit someone in the head.
Yeah.
So, but they didn't have it.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
Next time.
Yeah, and other than that, it was a lovely time spent there. Freya and Helmer were, of course, with us. We had dinner outdoors, which is lovely.
Yeah.
Kind of like summer. We had a couple of dinners. Actually, we've been eating outdoors here for a few days now, every day actually, because that's what we do in Norway. As soon as the weather's good, we go outside and we don't go inside anymore. So we've been having our meals outside in our terrace, in our dining table in our terrace. We were eating with our friends as well outdoors. They prepared the most beautiful fish. This really fresh, delicious cod. And we totally forgot about your shopping spree with the fishermen a few months ago, and so we were telling our friends about that, and people are wondering how's it going. We're on a break currently,
but we still have the fish.
We still have a lot of monkfish. It's in the freezer. We ate all the crab. The crab was eaten quite quickly because Arne has this thing for pasta with seafood. So I do like a nice pasta, and I put lots of garlic and lots of chili in it, and then I serve the fresh crab, well, frozen but defrosted, the crab on top. It was really good.
But Carlos, the guy from the fish car, he gave me his business card.
Yeah.
So if you want more crab, I can call them.
Yeah, well, yeah, why not? But maybe we should get it fresh now that it's summer.
But then we have to go far away.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think we can get it.
Yeah, we don't live very near the
No, we don't
fjord.
live near the ocean, so it's...
Yeah, but we've got monkfish. I think we still have about... I think we've had about 10 dinners with monkfish. I think we have another 5 or 6 more dinners to go before it's done. So I think, you bought like 16 or 20 dinners worth of monkfish when you...
I know how to shop.
Yeah, it's such a good fish, though. I love it. I love it so much. So yeah, we still have a little way to go, but we're on a break right now. We've been having other things. But yeah, I think we're going to do monkfish one of these days.
With pasta. Is that possible? No.
Yeah, well, anything's possible with pasta. I just want to, figure it out. It's really nice. It has that kind of lobstery sort of taste. And in the old days, they'd actually throw it out.
Yeah, it wasn't eatable.
They didn't eat that, and they didn't eat the lobsters. No. And now they charge a fortune for these things. So that's the way it goes. But yeah, if we go down to our friends again, we can go buy some lovely
because
fish.
That's easy, because there's like this guy or this shop who sell fish, and it's next to the ocean, and it's fresh from the ocean. So that's very nice. But
Yeah, and their cabin is kind of like in the it's in the Oslo fjord. So the Oslo has a fjord, and it kind of goes out into the
and you like it
to the
down
ocean.
there.
Oh yeah, I love that area.
In the car, you said like, why don't we get a cottage down here?
Yeah,
And
it would be
it's
nice.
like, have you forgotten all about the floor?
Yeah, that's true. We have a floor.
You don't want to
here.
have more
Yeah.
cottages.
Yeah, no, but I like the idea. I mean, we have a lake, so there's a lake behind us. But I would love something by the sea. It would be really
but there's
nice.
fish in the lake.
Yeah, well, but it's not the same thing.
No.
It's not the same thing. But yeah, there's really beautiful. It's a very beautiful fjord in the Oslo fjord, and it's fed by with salt water. So the water comes in to this fjord, and in order to be a fjord, it has to be surrounded by mountains. But it doesn't have to be salt water, because we have fjords here in the area where we live, and they're also surrounded by water. But they are they're actually called fjords.
I think they're called fjords.
Even
they're actually technically, I don't think
technically they're lakes.
they're lakes, but the people call
Because they're not fed for they're fresh water. They're not salt water. But in Norwegian, the only lake that we have is Mjøsa.
Oh, the biggest one.
Well, it's the one you call a lake, and everything else we call it a fjord in Norway, don't we?
No, I think there are more lakes.
Yeah. Well, but most of it is called a fjord. Like in Fagernes, for example.
Yeah, they call it a fjord. It's
Yeah.
not a fjord.
No, it's not. It's a lake.
No.
But
And the one we pass by when we go to Oslo, it's a fjord.
yeah, but it's
All of them is called
that's what I mean.
fjords.
But
They are called fjords.
But the main lake Mjøsa is a lake.
This is a lake.
Yeah, but this doesn't have a. It has a name, but it's like a
It's water.
yeah. It's
One.
called a water.
Yeah.
It's not a lake. So it seems like in Norway we have the word fjord for a lot of bodies of water surrounded by mountain. This is not a lake in Norwegian. This is a water. So this is called.
So there's a lot of places.
Yeah. So this is Nystølvannet, which means the water of Nystøl.
the new out farm.
And then okay, so give me the name of 5 lakes in Norway. You see?
I'm not so good at it.
Because they're
well,
all
I have one.
Mjøsa.
Rävsjön.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, that's called the sea. The
Exactly.
Fox Sea.
Yeah.
But that's a lake. No, that's a small. Not so small. Is it lake? Hornsjö? No, that's also a sea.
Yeah. So Norwegian.
Espedalvannet.
That's a water. You see, the Norwegian language can be very, very confusing. So if you ever come to Norway and people start talking about the fjord and you check and the water is fresh water and you say that's not a fjord, that's a lake. So in Norwegian it's called a fjord.
Lake in a fjord. No, a lake is a
Water. Yeah, yeah,
So we have a lot of lakes.
yeah.
Like Nystøl, Vannet. That's a lake.
But there's a lot of fjords for sure.
Well, that's a lot of fjords.
And not all of them are saltwater, but they're all very beautiful. And technically, they're all surrounded by beautiful mountains. And Mjøsa is not, because it doesn't have mountains. Like
That was it's. I think it's more also like if it's like a stretched piece of water. That's a fjord.
yeah, but
I think
yeah.
maybe that's why they call them fjord, because they're long.
Well, yeah, long and surrounded.
But they're not. They don't have connection to the ocean.
Yeah,
So
they're
it's not
long
like
and they're
the
surrounded
fjords on the
by
West Coast.
yeah. Oh, those
The
are
West
different.
Coast fjords, they are more like the mountains and.
Well, they're the real thing, and
That's
the
the
Oslo
real thing.
fjord is the real thing as well. But yeah, they are long bodies of water with a lot of mountains.
And they're
surrounded.
connected to the ocean.
Wow, we're doing a geography lesson here, aren't we?
Yeah, and we're thinking as we do it because we haven't thought about it.
No, we didn't rehearse this.
No, we didn't. No. So
Anyway, yeah, we're looking forward to a nice summer. We're hoping to swim in the water, in the lake behind us, in the fjords. Yeah, hang out on the boats as well.
And-
We had a weekend thing where we're gonna go on a boat, but it's not gonna happen
no,
because of COVID again.
but we have planned 2 trips with the Beetle.
We have, yes.
That is nice. And did we talk about that? The problem with the Beetle, because we can't have we can't have the dog in the car if it's not connected to a seat.
Yeah, I think we have mentioned
Safety
it before.
belt.
We
So
have mentioned it.
We have to get belts now for the back of the
Yeah.
car because there's no space for you in the back. So we
Yeah.
have to have.
Well, there is, but then I'll have my legs on
Yeah.
my chin.
So because we want to take those trips with both of the dogs, and if we want a helmet in the car, we need to have
Yeah.
a safety belt
Well, we
in
can
the back.
yeah.
So I'm going to order them tomorrow.
I can legally sit in the back without a safety belt because the car doesn't have a safety belt originally, so it's vintage, so it's allowed. But Helmer is a dog, so he has to be attached to the car. So yeah, I don't want to sit in the back.
No, and there's another thing we had done this week. That's we've been working on the kitchen garden. And, the greenhouse.
Yeah.
Now we have, I don't know how many different vegetables.
A lot.
We have in the garden, but we have a lot.
So we've got beans, a couple of different beans. We have a lot of different cabbages and kale.
Many different.
We have courgette, squash. We have aubergine. What's aubergine in English?
Aubergine, maybe?
Aubergine. No, that's French.
Oh.
And Norwegian. Oh, eggplant. We have eggplant, so aubergine. We have pumpkin. We have...
Agurk.
Well, that's in the greenhouse.
That's in the greenhouse.
So we have leek. We have leeks.
And peas.
Peas.
Bønner, what's that?
Yeah, beans.
Beans and peas.
And then in the greenhouse we have a lot of tomatoes and cucumbers.
And herbs.
And herbs, yeah.
Yeah.
And I looked today, I saw some Jerusalem artichokes. Jordskokk.
Did you buy them?
No.
No.
But I want...
No, but that's a kind of a problem. I don't think we should do that.
Okay.
Because I heard that they get like fruit or the flowers on the second year.
Oh, so then maybe the ones we have will...
The artichoke?
No, not artichoke. Jerusalem artichoke. Jordskokk.
Is that something? Oh.
It's the one that looks like
we tried jordskokk, but that didn't work.
It's the one that looks like a potato.
Yeah. That should work. I don't know what we did wrong.
I don't know. It didn't come out. But
no, I thought you meant artichoke.
No. There's artichoke and Jerusalem artichoke. They're different. So Jerusalem artichoke looks like a potato, but it's white.
I know what.
And the artichoke has the leaves.
I know artichoke and I know jordskokk. But Jerusalem jordskokk.
Well, that's the English.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So lots of veggies. Hopefully it will grow.
Last year we were not so happy with all of them. Oh, you forgot those, the broccolini.
That's true. Yeah.
And bromkål.
Cauliflower and broccoli as well, and broccolini, which is a long.
Last year we had so much broccolini in the garden, and that was so good. So this year we sold them ourselves, and I think tomorrow maybe we will put them out in the kitchen garden. So, and we also have figured out that from one of our it's called nieces.
Yeah.
She gave us these good tips that you could use like a special curtain from IKEA because they are so good on the vegetables. So now we got those, and I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
They look it looked perfect. I think that's a good idea.
And we were in our town near here, and we bought a lot of the vegetables from the prison, which is quite.
Okay, now my hair is moving again.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, we have this very interesting system here in Norway when it comes to prisons and people who commit crimes. It's not about in Norway. It's not about punishing them. It's about rehabilitating them,
getting people back to
the real world. And very interesting when people actually get a prison sentence when they actually do their time and they leave. Most people are rehabilitated and they never commit a crime again. So we have it's a very interesting system, but it actually works. And the prison here in Fagernes is, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to be very shocked when we say this, but it's a little island, and in this island there are all these cute little red cabins. So it looks more like a summer camp than a prison.
And then they do
Yeah,
They have greenhouse. I
then they do all these different things, and they sell them. So
and then you have like in Fagernes, the closest city, they have this. Is it honesty market?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that too.
So
it's very interesting.
So you can pick your vegetables or your flowers, and then you just use the what you call that, the iSettle, is that?
Yeah.
No.
Your phone.
The phone. You pay with your phone.
Yeah. So they come from the prison and they drop off all the little vegetables and
it's a honesty market.
Yeah.
I think that is so nice.
It is. Yeah.
But they have the best plans.
Yeah.
Really.
They also have the best location for the
best
prison.
Location for the prison and the best plans.
So yeah, literally an island, a beautiful island, surrounded by. No, I've never been there.
No, just kidding.
But you know this too.
Yeah, I know. It sounds like you've been there.
No. But it's a very cute little island. It's got all these little houses, and that's the prison. Yeah, I don't know if people want to leave when it's time to go.
Oh. If you want to leave, you can swim if the water is not too cold. But I guess they have a good time there, so I should.
Yeah, exactly. They have a great time.
Yeah, you can do your vegetables and.
Yeah, and they get paid as well, so that's also a very interesting thing. So they get money for every day. They get a
like
fee.
you had when you were a kid. You get money each week.
Yeah, but no. I mean, they're in prison and they have to do their tasks, but they get paid for them. So, and then by the time they're done, they learn a craft or something. People don't fall back. Many people don't fall back into crime when they leave the prisons here in Norway. So, yeah, a lot of people are very, very surprised about this system. And you can Google it. It's very well known. It's one of the most efficient criminal systems in the world.
It reminds me of the movie we saw. That was a really good film or movie. Remember the artist and the thief?
Oh yeah. That was a great movie.
Maybe people can find that somewhere.
Yeah, it's a Norwegian movie. A documentary.
I think it got some prizes internationally.
Yeah,
it's a really good movie. It's an artist who had this exhibition, and there was two guys who stole the pictures.
Yeah, they were drug addicts, and they stole.
Yeah,
the
and she get kind of this relationship with one of the guys.
Yeah, he got caught and he was sent to prison, and then she visited him.
That's a really,
and then
really
she
nice
wanted to paint him, and she recovered her paintings in the end as well. So it ended well.
That was a really good film.
Yeah, very good,
nice
very interesting, very interesting movie. So we've been to the honesty market to buy vegetables from the prison
and
here.
And the tomato plants they had were so good. They were good. And
everything they do, I mean, we did that last year. Everything they do is like really super high quality. It's all organic. It's all it's the best of the best. So it's good plants.
Because we try to do some plants at home, but it takes up so much space. So we try to do less now because the greenhouse is really cold in the spring and we can't heat it. And actually, we can put like plastic like we did last year, but we didn't use it.
No,
we
didn't.
It was I don't know what happened. I think it was too cold in May, so we gave up. But
anyway,
so,
Arne, go to the prison, get your vegetables there. Anyway, I'm seeing these interesting little things.
Yeah, I took out.
What are these?
It's the dead lady's yarn.
Well, we don't know if she's dead. Remember, she could be blind or she could just be bored of doing her crafts.
So this is also old embroidery yarn. It's anchor. It says also one of them said Coats anchor.
Well, yeah, Coats used to own Anchor before.
Okay, so that's because this is called. You said Coats.
Yeah, look, it says Coats. Yeah,
an
Coats.
anchor. So now I have finished.
So you bought this in the thrift store?
Yeah, when I bought all the others.
Oh, okay.
So I finished this one now.
But not with that. No.
This was the one I showed that I was working on.
Yeah.
Now it's finished.
But you didn't finish it with your own twist.
No,
you just followed the.
I followed the chart. I think it was nice the way it was. It's like a traditional Norwegian pattern.
Yeah.
And we were talking about having red fabric on the back, but I think I have something very nice blue. I think go for blue if I can find it. in the stash.
Mm-hmm.
Because the red is
I think this is really cute.
so different from these reds, and there are actually 2 different reds in this one. But I think blue is nice because there's no blue in it.
This is super cute.
This will be in the back.
Congratulations, Arne.
Thank you. This is the second unfinished project. Actually, maybe I should spend time finishing our project.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So now this is finished, and there was a lot of unfinished projects. I can't speak. Projects in the bag. I get so excited when I talk about this.
Yeah, and this was in that bag,
And this is for the new project. I can take it out so you can see what.
Yeah, I haven't seen this before.
No, I'm hiding it for you because I think it's so. Open this one. This is the next one.
Oh,
you like it?
No.
I will finish
it's
it
cute.
and put it on the wall over your bed.
It's very kitsch. It's very kitsch.
2 cats.
2 cats.
So cute.
Oh, they're cute. Yeah. Are you gonna do something cool and modern with it,
I will do something different. I think with this one I will do something different, because I don't want to have that on the wall.
No.
I want to make a pillow.
Yeah.
But it's a strange shape, so I think I have this canvas somewhere, so I think I will add canvas on the sides, on both sides, and make it square, so it can be a big pillow. That's one idea. Because first I was thinking I would cut it. You see, I could like cut it and make it like a small pillow like this. But then these flowers are so nice.
But then you want to add some of your own artistic stuff.
I think I will
in there.
add something. I don't know
we
yet.
Could do. We could just fill that with other flowers.
Yeah, because we did this. We have some designs we did a few years ago with anchor, and some of those flowers. I was thinking maybe those could be nice on the side, and maybe we add something totally different behind the cats.
Yeah.
But I will finish the cats. And I think I will finish these flowers because they are actually quite nice.
Yeah.
But
and then add something
we have
else.
to add some canvas on the side.
This was pre-printed, huh?
This is pre-printed.
Yeah.
So actually I'm not so fond of pre-printed embroideries because I like to have the chart to follow, because I get so confused because the color goes out and it's like this is kind of I have to decide where the stitch is, and I like to have it more organized. But I will finish this.
Yeah.
But this will take time, so I don't know.
Yeah, and we have to figure out what to do with it. I really think we should do something and transform it completely into something else. I think that would be really cool.
Yeah, I think we have to do something with it because the first one we made, I think that came out really nice.
Everybody loves that, and then the red.
But this had to be the traditional one. So this one will be different. We just have to think, and it will be a big pillow.
Yeah.
Because if it has to be this wide and this high. So nice.
Yeah, well, it will be. It will be. I can see the potential, and I can see what it can become.
Yeah.
I don't like the way it's going, but I like what I can see it become.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you kind of go all in and do something completely transformative and different and make it fabulous.
But I were back in the shop and I was looking in the baskets, and there are more stuff there now. Because
I'm sure there is.
There was 2 bags of embroidery yarn, and those were gone. And I went back there just a few days ago, and there was new stuff in the. What do you see? What happened?
I'm just like, oh no, more stuff.
Well, I thought Helmer was doing something.
No, he's just enjoying himself.
But maybe I should finish some of our own UFOs, because I've been working on that Audun blanket, the crochet blanket.
Yeah, the crochet blanket's fun.
And I thought I had everything I needed for a big one, and I didn't. Or maybe I have it somewhere in the stash, but I can't find it. But I have planned there should be such a number of a number of blocks in each direction, and I must have miscalculated or something.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have enough.
Happens.
So I have to make more.
That's always a good excuse to make more.
Yeah.
You miscalculate, you make more.
Yeah. So I will finish it. I just have to make
So what else?
maybe 10 new squares. Or something. Yeah.
So what else are you working on?
And I worked on the things I showed last time. You know, the catalog I found from the old patterns.
Yeah.
And I'm working on that. I will show it next time because with all the things happening in the house and the garden, I didn't want to work on it because it's white.
Yeah, that's true.
And I need to be very clean
Yeah.
on my hands, and that's really hard when you do all the stuff in the garden. But that's something I would tell you, because I had a plan for the cats.
Oh, okay, tell me.
Because remember we have this book with arts and crafts like embroidery, and there's crocheting, there's knitting from the 1860s.
Yes, that's a great book.
Yeah, and I was looking through that book and I found embroidery stitch I haven't seen before.
Okay, cool.
So I was thinking maybe we should do that embroidery stitch on this one. A
Interesting.
totally different embroidery stitch. Maybe it's not so different, but I have never seen it before. And I don't know what the name is because this book doesn't have names. It's just pictures of old pieces.
Well, we'll have to have a look and see what it is, huh?
And that's very squared, so there has to be something graphic.
Yeah.
The stitch actually...
Yeah, well, I have to see it, and then I can tell you my
I see
opinion.
you're thinking now.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You get some ideas?
Oh, maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe, yeah. I also see you've got some Nancy Drew books here.
Yeah, because on the way home, I was so tired when we drove, so I had to have a break just to wake up a little bit. And
Yesterday when we came back from our friends.
Yeah, and if I pass by a thrift store, I really wake up.
Yeah.
So.
And you asked permission, and I said
asked,
yes.
Yeah.
And I said I'm staying in the car.
So
with
I
the
went
dogs.
in, and it made my day. I found 2 more books of Nancy Drew. This is number 1, and this is number 3. I'm reading number 1 now. I'm a bit confused because I read number 2, and in number 2 it said she had 2 friends. It was Bess and George. They were like her best friends. And when you read number 1, there's a new friend. Her best friend is Helen.
Maybe she changed her mind. Maybe she was.
She's not friend with Helen anymore.
Well, maybe she fell out.
Yeah, maybe because.
Maybe she's the killer.
Yeah.
Are there murderers in these books?
No, not in. No, there haven't been any murders.
Oh, okay. So maybe.
It's
anyway,
just
I do have to say, I don't know if you guys can see. Oh, there you go. I love the artwork. Huh?
I think the artwork is really.
The
nice.
artwork is fantastic. It's really, really fabulous. So, very, very nice. So they're worth the cover alone.
Yeah.
I have to say.
But sometimes when you read these books, you think, "Oh my, this
Silly?
is a long time ago." I think they were written in the 40s or something.
Oh, and they were published by our publisher.
Yeah, but they were written so long ago. So some of the things they say and do, it's really strange. It's hard to understand it now.
Yeah. So how many?
There's a lot of them.
There's 26 books here anyway on this list. So.
But something happened with Helen, her best friend, because she's not in number 2.
Well, maybe she died.
Maybe.
Or maybe
I have to
she-
read and see.
Maybe she went traveling or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, very cute. So you're happy.
I'm working on all of them.
How many do you have now?
I have 6 maybe, or 7. I'm not sure.
It's a good start.
It's a good start.
Hmm.
And that's only the orange series.
Oh, there's other colors too.
There's a white one with white back as well.
Ah.
So I'm gonna do that later.
Cool. Interesting.
And I'm still working on the Nespe.
Nespe, yeah.
That was the one you should read in Easter, and I took it, and I still haven't finished it because I was reading Nancy Drew.
Yeah.
And I read another one about the Viking King. So
Yeah, nowadays I'm not reading very quickly because of whatever injuries I got in my brain after having COVID. So it takes a little time for me to read. So I'm kind of doing other things,
do some
gardening, and trying to focus on other things. Gardening is nice. Trying to get my energy back as well. And we're sitting here, and I'm looking at the garden and looking at all the things we have to do. I mean, yeah, there's still a lot of cleaning to do in this garden. But we've only just started because the weather hasn't allowed us to start until now.
But some of the plants, they grow so quick now, so I think we can't get rid of all of it. It disappears under.
Yeah, luckily it does. Yeah.
So we don't have to worry too much about it.
Yeah. So this year we're gonna, we usually do a garden tour, and this year we're probably gonna wait until the fall to film it because it's everything's a little late at the moment. We've got sort of kind of a mud season right now going, and at the same time everything's green. You know what I mean? It's just very weird.
Yeah.
But it looks like we're gonna be catching up quickly though. I mean, the weather is incredible and nature is really crazy. So it's all a matter of a few days and probably we've caught up.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna do our tour in the fall when it's really beautiful here. Maybe when everything's red and we have the foliage.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to the beetle trips again.
Beetle trips are going to be good. We're going to be going on to different ones and traveling to different parts of Norway.
And we found some nice old hotels we will stay in. So that will be nice.
Yeah.
So.
And we also have a plan to do a very particular road trip and film it in the summer, but we won't tell you because it's going to be a surprise.
Surprise!
Surprise!
Maybe it's a surprise to us as well.
Yeah, who knows? So yeah, lots of plans and lots of things that we want to do. And then of course all this construction work is not really what we wanted to do, but
sometimes you have to do it.
Sometimes you have to do it. We didn't ask for this, and it's evolving into something bigger than what we originally envisioned as well. But they do say that it's a matter of weeks and it's done.
Yeah, he said like in 2 weeks the floor should be finished, and I don't know. Then they do the fireplace later, I guess, or. So
they build the fireplace after the floor is been added.
Maybe. I'm not sure. I don't know. And then we have to clean up all the wood because the sun has been changing.
Oh yeah. We have to polish the wood.
And we have to polish.
The floorboards have to be polished. Yeah.
And that's big job.
Yeah. When are we going to do that? We have to design a collection for Rowan as well, huh? Well, actually, we have to design 2 collections for Rowan.
I don't know. And finish all the UFOs.
Yeah. I think we have to do a priority list. That's for sure.
Yeah. And the socks. And the sock knitting. I still haven't finished.
Yeah, I'm working on that too. It's really fun. So yeah, there's always something to do here. That's for sure.
Yeah. And then again, it's like a problem because you want to see all the color combinations. So there's like half finished socks everywhere now because you start on one and it's so fun to see how the colors work, and then you start with another color before you finish the first one.
Yeah.
And I have a problem. I have a problem on one sock because I started that so long time ago, and I couldn't remember quite where I started on the yarn, so it's a little bit different from the first one.
Oh, who cares?
But I think that the pattern. Pattern can take it.
Yeah, and I don't think everything has to be matchy. Sometimes it can be fun to be individual, an individualist, and do, go your own way, and maybe have 2 socks that are not identical.
Well, we have some socks where we did it. Instead of trying to have 2 looking the same, we just knitted and started again where we were on the yarn.
And they're okay.
And as long as it's the same colors, so it doesn't matter. But sometimes you want to have 2 looking the same.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not necessary.
Yeah.
But I would love to see how this comes out.
I think it would be a great project.
And I like to do embroidery.
And the colors are actually really cool. These colors are.
I like all these.
But these colors were not originally for the cat.
No, these came with the cat.
Really?
Yeah.
But a lot of those colors are not in it.
Are you sure? Maybe she mixed up some. Yeah, where's
Yeah.
that blue?
Exactly, I told you. And this yellow as well. You can see the color, Arne, you can see the colors here. There are the colors.
This one doesn't belong.
Yeah,
And
neither-
this one doesn't belong
and this
there.
one doesn't belong either.
Okay.
Anyway, we'll figure it out, and maybe the idea is to use these colors
I hope
anyway.
that these colors are there. If I should, but it's only a little bit white on the cat and the eyes.
Yeah, no, this is here.
Oh.
No, it's not. Well,
I didn't see that.
we will.
Thank you
Yeah,
for-
you're welcome. I'm sorry. I'm the colorist in this family.
But I can
so-
use these for the other things.
Hmm.
Yeah. And there's some left over from the other one as
Yeah.
well.
You know that my specialty is color, so.
I think I will frame this and give it as a gift
To me?
on your birthday.
Oh, how sweet.
You like cats,
Yeah, I do. I like cats. Yeah.
and then I will
But
I will frame it, and you have to put it up on the wall.
I like cats, but I don't really. I like them at a distance. I don't. I'm a bit standoffish when it comes to cats,
Because
and
they
then
can be.
but they still, because of that, they always come to me.
Yeah,
You
that's
know.
because they know that you are a little bit standoffish.
Yeah, with cats, yeah, but I love dogs.
It's the same with dogs.
If you're afraid
a
of
dog
them, they will.
feel that you're not, a little bit afraid, they will be after you.
Yeah, the poor dogs, they've had a lot of activity today. Huh? They're both sleeping right now. And I think those 12 minutes that we usually do
It's over.
are, well, yeah. And it's also getting quite late. It's a 10:15.
Quarter to 10.
No, it's a 9:15, sorry.
No, it's
No, it's a
Quarter
quarter
to
to 10. 10:45 right now in the evening, so yeah.
And the sun is still up in the woods behind there.
Yeah, the sun sets at 10:30, 11 nowadays.
Yeah.
So, or 10:30, so
Maybe if we sit long enough, we will have a nice sunset.
yeah.
I can go and pick up the knitting,
Yeah.
the sock knitting.
But the sun has already set here. It hasn't set, but it's set behind
The
these mountains
but,
here.
but you can see the sun on the trees on that
Mm.
side. So that's how it works.
Yeah, that's exactly how it works.
And my hair is very. Is it good now?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
And mine is not moving at all.
Not at all. It's like a helmet.
Yeah,
You can ride a bicycle with that.
yeah. Anyway, Arne.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, 12 minutes.
12 minutes.
And
And
time passes so quickly. Or is it 15 minutes we do? I never
it's
remember.
15 minutes.
15 minutes, yeah.
And the dogs are sleeping.
So I guess it's time to...
It's time to say goodbye.
Yeah. It's been... as always, it's
That's
been
a
a...
song, you know.
Yeah. Oh, an ABBA song?
No.
So, whose song?
Time. Was that? Who was that again? Sarah Bright. Was it
Oh, yeah.
What's her name?
Sarah Brighton.
Brighton? Isn't
Yeah.
that?
And maybe she sang it with Andrea Bocelli.
Maybe. Yeah.
Is it Andrew Lloyd Webber?
I don't know. But it's time to say goodbye.
Yeah. Yeah, you did that once. You kept quoting ABBA songs.
I can
all
do
the
that
time.
again another time. But maybe I should do like Dolly Parton or Boney M or
Yeah.
Olivia Newton-John. Or,
Yeah. But yeah, it's definitely time to say goodbye. It's getting close to my bedtime because I usually go to bed early.
Yeah, and you don't look good after 12 o'clock,
Well,
like Cinderella.
yeah, but that's not yet.
No, so.
So I still have plenty of time before I transform into a pumpkin. So what?
No?
Huh? Anyway, yeah, I think we're gonna call it a night.
Yeah.
And go to sleep. And we look forward to bringing you new stuff again next week. We're gonna be doing this podcast a few more weeks before we take our summer break. So we still have a few more to go, which is really nice. Hopefully we'll be able to film them outdoors.
And maybe we have finished some UFOs. You never know.
You never know.
I don't think so, but we can create some new ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Arne, how about some formalities?
The formalities is that if you like our videos, put your thumbs up, and if you subscribe, you will have a message every time there's a new video out. If you put on your notification, if the video is not posted on the wrong day,
Yeah.
and
Well, that's not gonna happen again.
then you won't miss episode.
Yeah.
And if you're on the mailing list, you will have like good offers when there's a new pattern out.
Yeah, among other things. That's
other
also
things.
the only way to find out, what's going on around here, because we do update people through our mailing list. So make sure to be on that one if you want to be updated on everything and anything that goes on around here that we don't update during our podcast.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's been a pleasure. I must say that I am a little bit tired now. It's been a long, hot day.
Warm day.
But it was actually really lovely finishing our day here with all of you guys. I really enjoy that.
Yeah.
So we'll see where we end up filming our next episode. That'll be exciting.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for watching, and we will see you again very soon.
See you Sunday.
And then again on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Freya.